Well, it's the holiday season here in the training machine, and in this week's edition of First in the West, we'll take you up to Gatesville, the division's partner city, further north up to Grapevine, Texas, for the very first iteration of a family member inclusive Strong Bonds program. And finally, we'll take you into the home of Major General Perry Wiggins and his lovely bride Annette for the division's annual Commander's New Year's reception. All that and more in this edition of First in the West. Well, it's evident we are well into the holiday season here in the training machine, as evidenced by the healthy turnout at Gatesville's Christmas Parade. And I am joined today by Specialist Tiffany Gordon, who had the privilege of being one of the judges for the Christmas Parade. Tiffany, can you tell me what it was like to have to make these difficult decisions on judging these entries?
Well, Jay, like you said, it was definitely difficult. All the participants really put all their heart into their floats. You could definitely tell they spent a lot of time and everything. It was an honor, yet at the same time very difficult to choose the winners. And
what would you say was the highlight of the parade for you?
Well, definitely part of it was the beginning of the parade was actually led by First Cav's horse detachment. And coincidentally, some of the beginning floats were actually some of the winners of this year's parade.
Well, let's take a look at some of these entries here, starting with the First Cav's horse detachment. And eventually, even St. Nick himself showed up. Parade organizers say it was a huge success.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I have to give it a 20. This is by far the best parade that's come through Gatesville in quite a few years. We had, quite a few participants in the parade say that they were very impressed with it.
Oh, the parade turned out wonderful. We had a lot of seemed like an increase in business participation, more floats than usual. Of course, we had the First Cav horse detachment come over, and for the first time in many, many years, we had the Gatesville band.
Many of the participants in the Chaplain Strong Bonds program in Grapevine, Texas this weekend thought the program was all wet. And that's a good thing. Sergeant First Class Gary Stacy explains.
Well, it's easy to be all wet if you go to the right places. In this case, the Indoor Water Park Resort in Grapevine, Texas. This place is replete with hundreds of thousands of gallons of water that seemingly stay in motion. The Dallas-based resort was also the most recent location for the division's chaplain-led Strong Bonds weekend retreat for Army families. Of course, non-water times were also scheduled. According to one of the instructors, the overall purpose is to simply bring children and parents together in an inviting environment.
The amenities are excellent. So, wonderful hotel, the food is great. Like I said, there's a water slide in here.
Did I mention there was water? This particular Strong Bonds getaway also placed a greater emphasis on families rather than couples. It's a fresh approach for Division West chaplains.
The first one the division has done, and we're excited about it. We're having lots of fun. We're giving the families lots of time to spend together and make memories.
And from what I observed, family members seemed pretty positive about this Strong Bonds experience.
It's a good opportunity for the families to be in the same environment with their children.
It brings us together and we get to spend time with the family and do fun stuff, which it's rare that we get the opportunity to do that because of work and everything that's going on in our busy lives. So I think it's a great thing that the division has done.
I'm Sergeant First Class Gary Stacy. reporting from Grapevine, Texas, for First in the West.
More Division West Strong Bond events are planned in the coming year. For more details, contact your chaplain. Finally, the official Division West reception for our new Division West Commanding General, Major General Perry Wiggins, took place over this past weekend. Those attending the reception had the opportunity to take in the seasonal festiveness of the Commanding General's quarters, as well as meet with General and Mrs. Wiggins. And that's it for this edition of First in the West. As we close out, remember, stay safe on the roads out there. We'll see you again next time.